morning, students. This is a lecture number 3, and I Hirdesh Kumar. And today I have discussed about the advantages of cloud computing. Okay, so in the cloud computing, we have discussed about the different advantages and benefits of the cloud computing. We are in the different industries or different companies, education departments, and many more government services. So we have applied so many technologies. Apart from that, if we talking about the cloud computing, there is so many advantages and benefits of cloud in the different industries and organizations. So, if we're talking about the benefits of the cloud computing, so the flexibility, the efficiency, strategy values. So, there are so many advantages which we have using in the cloud computing system. So, if we're talking about the flexibility, that means the users can scale the services to fit their needs and customize the applications and access the cloud services from anywhere with the internet connection. So that we have already know that the cloud computing system works on the virtualization or the virtualization systems. Like if we're talking about the hardware, so we have already so many systems like the laptops we are using, the mainframes we are using, supercomputers we are using, the desktops we are using. So any hardware which we use, we can generate the virtualization environment, and after that we can install any kind of operating systems which we are required, either it is a Windows systems or a Mac systems or a Linux systems. And after installation of that system, we can install the different applications on it. So that is the flexibility of cloud computing. Either any type of hardware you are using, you can install the virtualization like the OpenStack, or there are so many or many softwares are available into the market or the internet. So we can install any kind of virtualization or virtual machines, and after that we can install the required operating systems, and use it according to your uses. You can install the different types of application softwares, and after that you can use all these things which you have installed into that virtual machines through the internet connection. So that is the flexibility of the cloud computing. And if you're talking about the efficiency, so the efficiency, the enterprises users can get the applications to market quickly without worrying about the underlining the infrastructure cost and maintenance. Definitely the efficiency is very increasable, or very grooming, because in the cloud computing systems, uh, in the cloud computing system we have used a very less cost, and we are using the more and much required infrastructure according to our requirement. So efficiency is definitely the more important in the cloud computing systems. And the next is the strategic value. That means the cloud services give the enterprises and competitive advantages by providing the most innovative technology available. So there are different types of research, or there are different types of technologies are available in the market. Either it is a hardware, either it is a software. So we can directly connect any services through the cloud services, and we can use according to our requirement. So that is the most important, that strategic value is more important into a cloud computing system. Now, if we're talking about the flexibility, which I have already discussed in the previous slide. So, in the flexibility, we are using the scalability, we are using the storage options, we are using the control choices. Okay, so the scalability, that means the cloud infrastructure scale on demand to support the fluctuating workload. So the cloud infrastructure can scale the whole project, and according to the user demand or the customer demand, we are using the all these things into the cloud computing, and it is very flexible or customized according to your requirement. If we're talking about the storage options, that means the user can choose either their requirement, like it can use the public storage, private storage, or the hybrid storage. So the cloud computing offering all these three storage according to the user requirement or user choices. So it all depending on the demand. So the security is need, and it is considerable into a cloud computing system. Third is the control choices. That means the organization can determine their level of control with as a services option. So we have a lots of services like software as a services, like platform as a services, or infrastructure as a services. So whatever services we want to use or we required, we can choose according our need, and we can use according to the project or the demand in the cloud computing system. Next, if we talking about the tool selections, so the tool selections is very important, because in the tool selections there are so many tools are available. If you are using the application or software as a services, if you are using the infrastructure as a services or a platform, so the tool selections is depend on their choice, what you need actually. So the users can select from the menu of pre-built tool and the features to build a solutions that fits their specific needs. So the tool selections is important from in the cloud computing systems. Next, if we're talking about the security features is very important. Either you are using the classical computing systems, or you are using the cloud computing systems, or you are using the virtual computing system. Whatever systems you are using, or whatever platform you are using according to your choice, the security is the major. So the virtual private cloud or the encryptions or the API keys help to secure the data. So either you are using your data globally, or you are using your data with some mobile systems or the desktops or the laptop, whatever you technology or technology or hardware you are using, the security features will use with through the private cloud, where it can encrypt or decrypt the data according to the data capacity and the security features, and different types of keys, API keys can help to secure your individual data which you are using into a private cloud systems. Next, the second point which we have discussed in the first slide, that efficiency. It can categorize into some points like the accessibility, the speed to market, and the data security. So if we're talking about the accessibility, that means the cloud-based applications and the data are accessible from the virtually and internet connected devices. So the second, speed to the market, that means the demand the demand is increasing day by day into a cloud computing system. So developing into the cloud enables the user to get their applications to the market very quickly. And if we're talking about the data security, which is it is obvious that if we secure the data, that means the efficiency will increase day by day. So the hardware failure doesn't result into the data loss because of the network backup. So whenever you do any work into the cloud computing systems, or whatever applications you are using, what type of the information or data you have uploaded into the cloud computing system, it can always take a backup through the network or the internet connections. So it is a very less chances to lost the data through the network. But if you're talking about the hardware, or you are using the classical computing systems, so you have stored all the information, data or application into your hardware system. So whenever if any damages are occur into your hardware or the network, so definitely it was very crucial data which you have lost if you are using the individual or classical systems. So the cloud computing system is more important to secure or save your data, because in the future you can accessible that data at any time and any stage, whatever you have stored into your cloud computing systems. Next, if we're talking about the saving on equipment, that means the cloud computing uses the remote resources saving organization to cost of the server and the other equipment. That means the single hardware or a very huge machine or a mainframe systems can carry the whole cloud computing systems. So there are million and trillions of users are connected with that particular machines, and according to their requirement they can use or upload the websites or upload the data set or accessible the different types of data. But it can charges very less money or the very less cost we are spending to use the different types of server and hardware. So it is less than the hardware which you are use the cost. So the saving the equipment, you have not required the very high configuration hardware to handle the project, or you will not spend much money for that. You just simply take a subscriptions or take a plan according to your choices, and you are having a very less configuration systems or mobile or whatever hardware you want to use. You can carry with that particular hardware, and if you are having a very strong internet connection, then you can use very easily the cloud computing process through the different tools and equipments. Next, if we're talking about the pay the structures, that means utility pay structures means users only pay for the resources they use. That is the beauty of computer or the cloud computing system. So only you can pay the money, the resources or the hardware or the software or whatever operating system you are using, you can pay for only that which you have required. So that is the most important part where you can save a lots of money and lots of confusions or lots of headache related to the license and approvals and the pirated and copyright related software. So you just pay the money what you want to need, and the cloud computing systems can handle all the backend issues related to the users, and it can just provide that directly to the services which you require. So this is the beauty of cloud computing, where we can use the less money and take the lots of resources through the cloud computing system. Next, at the point is the strategic value. That means the streamlined work. That means the cloud service provider (CPS) manage underlining the infrastructure, enable the organization to focus on the application development and other priorities. So, according to the priorities of cloud computing user systems, it can handle the things, and the service provider will give the services according to their requirement. Next, if we're talking about the regular update, that means if any changes in the services and if any new tools and technologies are available into the cloud computing system, so definitely it will update regularly, and that customer or the user can directly interact with that technology or updations which available into the cloud computing system server. So the service provider regularly update or offering to give the user to most up to date technology which are available into the market. Third is the collaborations. It can handle all the collaborations. Worldwide access means that the team can collaborate the widespread locations. Either it is related to the platform as a services, either it is related to the some license issue or the some software issues. Anything it can handle on the backend the different types of license and collaborations through the companies and the software technologies. So this is the most important. So it can handle all the values of the customer, and it can provide the best services according to their choices. Competitive edges, that means the organization can move more nimbly than the competitor who's much devoted to the IT resources to managing the infrastructure. So the infrastructure, that means you have to setting up all the things which you required. You have saved a lots of money, and you can customize the software according to their choices. So in the competitive world, you can compare your technology with others, and you can improve your system according to your choices and your needs. So this is all about the different types of benefits and advantages of cloud computing systems, which I have discussed today. So if you are having any problem related to this, then you can directly connect it with me, and you can ask any questions, then you can mail me. Okay, so this is the last which I have discussed in the today's sessions. Okay, thank you so much to all of you. Thank you.